So I just wanted to take a second to talk about my mom, and most of you know she passed on December 30th, just a little bit after 10 o'clock at night. Still sounds so strange to say that. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry. Grief is so strange, and I knew that. I've heard other people say that. And this is so brand new. I mean, she's only been gone since Tuesday. And the funny thing is, this whole time, these whole 4 months that I've had to care for her and to prepare myself for how I thought things would transpire and her actually, like when she would pass and how I thought I would handle that, totally blew up in my face. I thought I was trying so hard this whole time to be strong, not just for her, but for my dad and my brother. And I had promised her that, I would take care of them and watch over them. But when the moment came for her to begin her transition, instead of being strong and quiet and peaceful and keeping it together, I panicked. The best way I can describe it, this whole time, if she needed something, I could get it for her. If she was in pain, I could fix that for her. If whatever the situation, I could make it better. I was there and I could make it better. And when things started to happen, it happened very quickly. And so I panicked somewhat because I wanted to fix it. And I knew in my logical mind and logical thinking that this moment was coming and I was not going to be able to stop it and I could not fix it for her. But my reflex was to try. And when I realized that there was no effort, not enough effort I could put in to make this moment stop, when I realized that, I just began to pray and just ask for God's mercy and for God to just wrap his arms around her. And the room was so quiet, and everything that I thought was going to happen didn't really happen. And that's something else about death. Everyone tries to tell you what will happen. Well, has she done this yet? Well, this tells us how close she is. Or how, has she done this? Has this happened yet? Has this, started to look a certain way? But the thing was, none of what everyone told me happened in that order or that sequence. Things we were told to watch for didn't happen until 10 minutes before she passed. Other things that, was only supposed to happen 10 minutes before she passed, she did for a day and a half. So you just never really know. And I appreciate everyone giving their, opinions or thoughts or guidance according to their experience. But it was nothing like what everyone had said. And I have experienced watching 2 other people pass, and they were 2 totally different situations. And my mom was another totally different situation. But after she passed, I hadn't been able, and even when they came to retrieve her body, I hadn't been able to separate like her spirit from her body. In my head, she was still just my mom. That was my mom. You're putting in the back of the car. I don't want you to take her. It didn't feel good. And I just wanted to do everything I could to help her in those last moments, even after she was gone and I helped the nurse do some things. It was just my way of doing something else for her because that's what I was used to. And the next day, my best friend and my oldest niece and I went to do her makeup and her hair. And not until that moment when I seen her body was I able to like separate who she actually was from her body, her spirit from her flesh. And it helped me. My husband was worried that would maybe not be the best idea for me to do. But again, it was something I could do for her. So it was actually a really good thing. I was able to see that, my mom was gone. But inside, I felt her more then than when she was here. And I can't explain that. I don't know if anybody else has gone through that, but my mom was not herself. Really, all of these 4 months of taking care of her, we had already began to grieve who she really was before she passed. And in a lot of ways, I took care of my mother like a mom would a child. So that part of her was already gone. But after she actually stopped breathing, I felt her even more inside my heart. And I can't make sense of that, but it's just how I feel. And I just wanted to share that with you because if someone is going through a similar situation, especially if you're caring for someone that's not exactly the same, you can look forward to having them. When they say people live inside your heart, it's like so true. I can feel my mother every second of every day. I feel her inside me. And I'm so grateful for that because she was wonderful. She was so good. And she was my friend. And I've missed her for a very long time. But now I really miss her. I could still hold her and touch her and love on her and kiss her and tell her how much I love her. But now I'm just deeply missing my mom. But if you are going through a similar situation, just know that when people say you carry them with you and you feel them in your heart forever, I didn't quite understand that until she passed. And I could feel her alive inside of me. And I'm so grateful for that. And if you've stayed for the full, however long this video is, thank you. And I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers that people have sent my way because I feel them and I am so grateful to everyone. But I just wanted to share that. I hope you all have a blessed day.